Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show, and a very warm welcome it is. It's been great today. What more could you ask for? We know the weather's going to change over the next couple of days, so we're making the most of it, aren't we? And it's the start again of the Premier League, whereas after the deadline day, it's been, well, are you happy? Big tick for your club. Let's see what happens today with all the new signings, and I think Everton got a last minute signing there from Chelsea, didn't he? Chelsea, I just don't know where they're putting all their players. I really don't know. I've never known a team to buy and sort of offload one or two players. And I just feel like Raheem Sterling has had a raw deal, and I wouldn't have said no for him coming back to Anfield to make a bit of an impact there as well. So Arsenal have done very well indeed, because he will score goals and he will create goals, and that's what you want for a player, isn't it? You know, and I think he would have been welcomed back, but I do feel like he hasn't had a very good deal at Chelsea. Well, the way they've treated him, but £300,000 a week, yeah, that would have been cut short, and I'm sure Chelsea would have gone half somewhere along the line with his wages, so it wouldn't be so bad for Arsenal themselves. So yeah, fair dues, they got him, no one else did. Anyway, how much has it really cost on deadline day? When you look at the money that's being spent in the Premier League, and we've got the likes of grassroots football struggling. You know, some teams, I've got the petition up, as everyone will know, we'll go into that very shortly, won't sign a petition because they're very well off, they're happy, they've got good parents, we're all working, and they've got good sponsorship, and they're probably taking in money from coaching as well, so, and the parents are happy to pay whatever subs and sign-on fees that they charge. And I know they will not sign a petition because it's all going well for them, so why would anyone want to sign our petition if it's sort of making it fair for all the parents, making it fair for disadvantaged children? We just want to make a difference. We want to tackle the situation from Don't Cross the Line here in grassroots football. I've been there, done it, wore the t-shirts, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to stir up confrontation with any junior leagues, any teams, county FAs, nothing at all. It's just, if you look around, people have just got to say, wow, yeah. It's like the energy bills go up. What's the first thing that people say? We've got to cut down. We're not using the heating. And these are people with money. I won't be using the heating. I'll be cutting it right down with less bats, less fire on. We'll get away with it. Just put an extra coat on. But they're tackling the situation. Whereas I can see a massive situation, and I saw a post that was put out from Exactly Rangers last night, and thank you for signing a petition as well for Exactly Rangers, something over £4,000 to set up a team, and they wouldn't take monthly payments or weekly payments off the team. So it sounds like to me they're either going to stay together and just play friendlies or fold that team. But over £4,000 in cost for a run the team. Where do we draw the line? Do you know, it's hard to say. There is teams folding. I folded two of my own, and I did have one or two parents who were struggling as well to pay, to make ends meet and keep the kids in football. You see it, and it's horrible. It really is. And I know there's people coming out saying, oh look, we have special things. I think the FA, but I've looked at the FA, and it's not sort of giving money into a pot where people, we wouldn't need this situation if we made some of these fields brilliant drainage, talk to the council, get some fields, pitch fields, get grass. I'm talking about grass, not hubs, because the monopoly is, I think Leisure United are taking up all the hubs across Merseyside and Sheffield, and they're based in Sheffield and all over. I think they have the monopoly for it. They're a charitable trust, and when you look at the prices, the costs, it's just unreal. It's unbearable for some teams. Training costs, you know, £51 per hour. It's great on the late nights because everyone uses the parks, the majority, and then they'll book and they'll go split the difference, I suppose, and struggle. They won't do it every week. They'll have a game now and again and use the hubs. And I've been to those hubs, and I've also witnessed one of my ex-teams playing on that hub, and it was the only match on all the pitches, and they got charged something like £35. £35 for a quarter pitch. The only game that was on. Could you not turn around and say, oh, do you know what, let's make it a little bit of a freebie, let's give you a better discount? No, that's not going to happen, and it's not going to happen at all, because even on these hubs themselves, people have been there, people have talked to me, it's not just me, I see it, and even committee members have moaned to me about costs as well, and to me it's a big deal. It really is poor when there's no concessions for the kids who are coming in buying teas, coffees, bovrils, whatever it may be, soups, hot dogs, burgers, all that, no concessions. So really, for a charitable trust that's making a real fortune, it's a business, as people are saying, but it's not a business, it's a charitable trust. You've got to look at it that way, but it's supported. If you look at all the backgrounds, these are in partnership, a lot in partnership, Premier League, everyone are in partnership, and I think the council, City Council, and I think the County FA, they're all in partnership with these hubs. So it just begs belief what is going on. We've got to try and make sure that there's a funding pot, and I've been, you know, I've put a letter out to the government, and I've got the backing of an MP, because we do need change, and change, as I keep saying, is better in your pockets than out. We're trying to save parents money, we really are. We're trying to go on this as well, and we're pushing for lower costs and more funding within grassroots football. I've seen it being there, done it, wore the t-shirt week in, week out. I see the struggles, many parents, and they talk to me about it, they really do. And they won't come in and do an interview about it because it is a touchy embarrassment. And they say they're struggling to pay their club subs, because the clubs are in charge of all the affiliation, league, registration fees. Parents pay the club, and the club in turn pay what they need to out the county FA fees. But also many clubs, I know that now, are charging a sign-on fee. It could be between £15 to £35 sign-on fee. And I think, I don't know why they need the sign-on fee if they're all paying subs. I really don't. If you check the figures out, honestly, you don't need a sign-on fee, so I don't know why this is happening. You could throw light on this if you're a club and you're charging a sign-on fee. Come in, have a chat, tell us why, what you get out of it, what the teams get out of it, because we're looking for teams, we're looking for clubs who are really benefiting all the parents and disadvantaged children as well, because if the parents can't pay and they're struggling, it rolls down to the child as well, and they don't want to embarrass anyone saying that they can't afford it. They don't, and they don't want to pull their child out of a football team. They'll make excuses, and many will, but if you're looking, it's unfortunate that I feel sorry for these coaches, managers who are trying to get the kids off the streets, and they're faced with this dilemma. And it's okay, people say now and saying now there's no problem. It's going like the Premier League in grassroots football. It really is. We're talking billions spent on players last night, on transfers, billions. Just give 1 billion to grassroots football each year. All chip in, and that billion between all the clubs could go to grassroots football. Let's have a funding pot. We'd love to be in charge of that funding pot. I wouldn't, honestly, because we work, we talk, we listen to kids. We don't sit in an office and watch and teams just, oh yeah, we'll meet the criteria, we've got to be on certain benefits, we've got to be on that. We want to try and give it all to kids, to grassroots football, regardless of benefits. We want the kids to play free. This is our future. give them something, and it doesn't have to just be in football. There's dance, there's a lot of obesity in kids. Yet we need to try and do something about this as well, and this is why we're trying to do it. Don't cross the line, and we're pushing for change. We really are pushing for change ourselves. So if you went on to change.org and pressed in DXTL, push for lower costs and secure funding in grassroots football, you could sign a petition. And I put on yesterday's show, I held this up, maybe you can just put your camera over there, the barcode there, the QR code, and it'll just give you to sign a petition. And if you do that, please then make sure that you go onto your email and confirm that you've signed, and that will be, your signature will come in. It's slow, it's a slow process at the moment, and I'm used to that. I really am, because I started this campaign, Don't Cross the Line, in 2003. And look where we are now, 2023, and it's just starting to make a massive difference. And we did forecast that. It's going to take many years, and government bodies have all not come on board with our campaign. They've all done their own things because they all want right. We were the forerunner for the FA Respect programme. We really were. And you can go back on, you can see videos, you can see TV, what we've done, what the changes we've made, and it's made a difference. We've been the forerunner for it ourselves. Don't cross the line. And there's many organisations out there now taking over Respect. They won't do Respect because we own it. Respect is to protect our referees on and off the field of play from verbal abuse and aggressive behaviour, and we'll still continue that. As soon as the season starts, we'll be out and about talking to parents, handing out leaflets, flyers, to let them know that it's all about the kids playing football. Don't have a go at the referee. We always find that the referee is the target. The referee is the person in the middle who takes all the abuse, and they shouldn't have to. And many of those referees are only youngsters. They're 14, 15 years of age, 16, still at school age, so you've got to take that into account. If you're an irate spectator or parent and you're intent on going out there to cause mayhem on the sidelines and have a go at that referee, because that referee is give a free kick or a penalty. And I don't know how it's going to work out, pan out this year with no throw-ins, because it's going to be free kicks, doing away with the throw-ins. This is why I am sort of glad that I'm taking a back seat now. And I think there'll be many more managers looking at it and thinking, it's not for me this. Football's gone. Football's gone in grassroots football. We're changing the laws, the rules, you name it, and it's making the game a little bit different. But it's not bringing the cost down. It really isn't. You can do changes, but still look at the costs, look at the prices. Even the managers, the coaches who are trying to keep kids off the streets are paying for all the courses. We need to bring that. We should give volunteers free courses. We should do, and I think that was another moth taking me. The weather's out again, the moths are out in force, they're flying. What do we do? Get rid of them. Anyway, please, please, please support our campaign. Sign a petition. We're not against anyone, we're just against the cost, the amount of money that parents and kids are paying into clubs, into leagues, to affiliate with your local authorities, and the price rises that the council have given for people, for teams who are playing on grass, and we keep getting this thrown down. It's only costing them 65p a game. It only works out, but there's a lot of cancellations on grass pitches, and when that rain comes, these pitches are off because the drainage is so poor. All this money should go into drainage on grass pitches. They wouldn't have these many weeks of cancellations. And when they have these weeks of cancellations and they've been paying their 65p per game plus 11, 15 players who are paying all that, work it out. And where does the money go for all these free weeks that these teams aren't playing? Because they have to pay or play in bulk at the end of the season because there's no extension. So they're paying something like 3 games per week. 3 games per week, so they could close all that and just charge you at the end and say, right, 3 games a week when the weather gets a little bit better. But we need to push for change. We need to make sure that everyone is happy in grassroots football. And there's clubs, yet there's teams, there's leagues, that logo, there's be these awards that are given out to try and promote things within grassroots football teams. But you look around, you really look around, people who have got loads and loads of money in their pockets are just turning a blind eye to this because they're happy with what's going on and they don't look at the bigger picture and the people who are struggling and the disadvantaged children and kids with mental health throughout grassroots football. We look at the bigger picture. We're a grassroots organisation, we're a community interest company, which means that everything that we do goes back within grassroots football. That's what we do, that's what we are, and that's what we're trying to achieve, and that should go for clubs as well. Everything that they make should go back into grassroots football, a CIC, everything. And that, if you look at it, that's subs as well. But will they, everyone just says, oh, we've got to buy equipment. Then get the best equipment at the cheaper prices. It's got to be somewhere where you can go. But we're really banging a drum to the government for a funding pot that parents, kids can tap into. Not clubs, parents and kids, to help them out with the costs, what these clubs and things are charging. And if you tell me that your club is just charging pennies and just breaking level with their costs that the parents are paying into, I think fantastic. But there's a lot of organisations who are opening their businesses and part of committees where they're all making their money for clothing, for tracksuits, for equipment, and it's getting bought from clubs as well. You can see, everyone can see what's going on, and also leagues shouldn't be carrying that much money over from the start of a season. They shouldn't, because teams are members, and if you go in there, then that money belongs to you. If you're paying your dues, that money belongs to you, all the members. So the league, who are sitting there, have a duty of care for all these teams and to make sure that the money is spent on all the teams fairly and evenly and to improve the state of the soccer. If you've got that much money in a league, then bring your costs down. Make one season at least, just say, do you know what, for all these existing clubs coming in here and maybe the new coming in, keep the cost down. We're only charging so much. You've got some spaces, that's how much it's going to cost you this year. We're giving something back, save the team, and then it can have a roll-on effect, couldn't it, to the parents. Look, your subs are only going to be this much this year, we're keeping the cost down. So we've been able to get affiliation fees, they come down, subs have come down instead of going up. And this is what we're trying to do with Don't Cross the Line. That's all we're trying to do, is make sure that everyone is on an even keel and all the kids are enjoying their football, the parents are happy, more and more parents are going to the game, the verbal abuse and the aggressive behaviour is taken out as well. Tackle it all with us. You've got to tackle everything that we're trying to do for grassroots football. We're making a difference for your kids and the parents, for your clubs. And every manager and coach tells me that they're only in it for the kids. But if you look at the signatures, where are all these managers and kids are only in it for the kids' sake? Why aren't they signing a petition that is trying to go to the government to get more funding for kids and grassroots football for their parents? Why are they not signing? And I will ask them all face to face, why haven't you signed a petition? If you think the cost of equipment, of everything that's going in grassroots football is too much. Or is there a lot of clubs out there that are happy because they are making the money, as well as some leagues, and putting it in their kitty, it's their club, they do what they want, because I don't see many teams now having a little nest egg where they can go abroad or what have you and give discounted prices to the kids and the parents. That's brilliant if they could do that. To take them away on tour, to do a tournament there, that's all paid for. And I know clubs will say, right, we'll pay for your tournaments, but they won't pay for summer leagues, or some will pay for summer leagues and not the tournaments. You know, they have to book in. So I'd love to get some of these clubs in to tell everyone else how to do it and how to keep, keeping the cost down and keeping the kids happy and the parents happy as well. Because parents will pay into something where they can say, oh, sustainability, this is brilliant. Everything needs to be re-looked at. Everything needs to be redone as well, from referees' fees right the way through to the cost, the price of pitches in grassroots football. As I say, it's not the Premier League, and we'll be having transfers soon amongst clubs. We'll sign so-and-so, we want to sign, it's going to cost you £100 to sign him, and that goes to our club. Honestly, it won't be far off. I bet you there's people looking at that already, how they can do this, just to make sure that they have the best players as well. It's about kids' enjoyment, and that's what we're here for. Don't cross the line. We want to make sure that everyone's safe going out there in grassroots football. We want to make a difference, and we want clubs to sign a petition if they can, parents to sign a petition, and try and make a difference. We're having a go at the government to bring all this back. You can help us make a difference. Come in here, come and have an interview and tell us how you look after your teams in your club. The chairs are open. We've only got our young commentators coming in back from school break very, very soon. So the chairs are open, the microphones are open, and you can have your say. And maybe people will respond to yourself as well and say, do you know what a great idea, we're going to do that as well. So push for change and sign our petition. Thanks for tuning in to the Grassroots Show. Good luck with your Premier League teams today with your new signings. Let's see how they all start playing. That'll be something nice to look forward to. In the meantime, myself, Marlene, all the team here, the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme, Push for Change, Petition, Heart of Gold initiatives, No Ref, No Game. We'll see you tomorrow, around about 6 p.m. Have a great evening. Good night, God bless.